That's not good.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
How was your weekend, Scott?
It was fabulous. A whole lot of just thinking and not much else. It was good.
Just thinking, huh?
Just thinking
What were you thinking about?
stuff. You don't ever have those weekends where you just think? You just, you're kind of seeing things come together. It was funny. I got booked for a speaking event out in California over the weekend, and just a variety of different things. So I was just thinking about how things are coming together.
Thinking day. I just tend to be more action. I want to be. I can't think for long without wanting to go do something.
No, I get that. I'm the same way. But the point is that it just so happened that there was a lot of activity that allowed me to just kind of think through some strategies and different things. And those are always fun too.
Those are always nice days. Nice
Now,
days. Nice days.
yeah,
I moved all weekend.
now that sounds like fun. Not,
I am in pain.
I bet.
That's the hard part of having such a large family. It is nice downsizing though.
Well, that's awesome.
See if Design Pickle got finished.
That's what I was thinking of first thing this morning, actually. Was hoping because there's some, again, that was some of the conversations I had late Friday afternoon and things like that. Just a lot of things coming together, a lot of talking about with different parties making a number of things happen that all kind of all fit together.
I like them when they all fit together and they make sense together.
Yeah. Well, and that's the one that I was thinking about, Design Pickle having the lead magnet. It was like um, we can serve a lot of people with that.
Were you here for the Business Growth Network meeting where I was talking about LinkedIn and for speakers, the symbol you could put up on the board where everybody can connect with you?
Yes. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
You could do that with the lead magnet. There's also an equivalent one for Facebook to do the same thing. We got
Really
uh-huh. Mini chat will do it.
nice.
The actual icon, though, I believe is just Facebook. The only problem with it is they hide it. I felt like I had to hack Facebook to get a hold of it.
They only want you
Bigger,
to have
way
one.
better.
What's that?
Yeah. I like this cover better.
Yeah. Yeah, we had talked about that. I like that color cover much better as well.
35 freaking pages.
That's all.
It won't even load. Let me download it.
Why is that?
Well, it's just taking time. It's a robust, colorful document.
So
45.7 megabytes.
so how do we make that so that people can get it easily?
So most internet right now is about 45, if you're on the low side, 35 megabytes per second. So we're still downloading this in about a second. This is not, by new internet standards, this is not huge, but since I'm viewing it, it takes up a different type of memory.
Got it.
Let me just go look it up here. That might be significantly, oh, that's not that one. That's mine. There we go. See, it loads much faster when you're just loading the PDF. Oh my goodness. Tip 101, tell your body what mood you're supposed to be in.
Yeah. There's actually a line that I use quite a bit. If you're happy, tell your face.
Yeah, that would avoid the resting bitch face problem, right?
Exactly. That's why you should be happy. I mean, if you're doing what you love to do, why, uh, why wouldn't you be happy?
You
It's
know,
kind of crazy.
when I was in tech school, I was walking out of the chow hall, and a whole group of girls was making fun of me because I was smiling all the time. And so I
Hey,
stopped smiling for a long time.
yeah, but that's crazy. Why would you do that? I mean, the bottom line is when you got a smile on your face, I mean, number one, you can make a couple of people happy, them and you. But the other side of it is it gets them wondering what the hell you're up to. So,
U+1. We don't want to call it a lead magnet for everyone else. U+1
speaker
speaker.
hacks.
All right. So before we leave here, you will have an up and going lead magnet taking in people's information.
Yay.
That we don't need design pickle. Let's close out some windows. Yeah, let's go over
That's
here.
exciting.
Yeah, nothing else, and it will be effectively getting people's getting their websites, getting their emails. All right, landing page opt-in. Let's go make sure we have all of that edited. Make sure. Let's get these on the line. Active campaign, speaker hacks. We have no thank you. You're well, though.
Did you send me the PDF?
No, I have not. I'm going to make you get it the way everyone else has to get it.
Oh, that's nice.
Those are yours. This one's done. I think this is what we finished the other day,
Right.
making sure all that was taken care of. I don't want them to get too distracted on there. So I'm just going to save that for a second and go create our thank you page. And did we discuss what you guys want their next action to be besides join a Facebook group?
No, we have not discussed that. We want them to join the group, start to interact. What would be great is to have them, U+1 is really about moments and memories is a big part of it. So it'd be nice if they start posting their moments and memories, interacting.
Unbox that one.
Unbox that one.
Open it up. Explain that one a little bit better. Or not better, but more.
Well, I think, again, one of the quotes that I share is that U+1 is about creating moments and memories more than stuff and status. It's about how we're really living our lives and enjoying our lives and understanding that it's more than just a means to an end. I mean, we're not just making money or doing whatever. All of a sudden we have scary witches outside. Sorry. It's getting Halloweenish around here.
Are those your witches?
Yes. So it's really about, what are the important moments? Like, as an example, we share that U+1 is about lifting somebody else up. Well, I had a friend that I shared the idea with. She shared it with her 10-year-old son. It was the first day of summer up in Canada at their pool. So they had a pool opening, and the little boy, they had these floating turtles. And this boy was 10 years old. He noticed an 8-year-old that was crying because they were out of turtles. And so he goes, "Mommy, is it okay if I become his +1?" So he shared the turtle with this little boy. So he now had a floating turtle. So a 10-year-old could grab the concept of, how do I become your +1? How can I serve you?
What's a turtle?
Well, a floating turtle, is like a floating pool toy.
Yeah.
So that was a moment. I mean, there was a moment that was created where somebody cared about somebody else. Somebody cared for somebody else. Somebody cared about somebody else. They did something. That was a moment. Well, those moments over time create memories,
They
you
do.
know, and it's the reason you become a speaker for the most part, or a trainer or a coach, is not to necessarily become the guru, oh, aren't I wonderful kind of thing. It's let me pass along what I've learned so that you can do more in what you want to do, right? So we would love to have those moments and memories shared to get people into that habit of, what, it's kind of, it's a revival of pay it forward to a certain extent. Pay it
That's
forward.
a big difference. Like I never did really pay it forward. I mean, I would do it occasionally in the Starbucks line. But I remember like one time in the Starbucks line, when I went to pay it forward, I realized the girl behind me was crying. And I was right by the hospital. So I was like, that can't be good. And then one day I was speaking in Austin at the, what is it, Texas Convention for Women. This wonderful event. The speakers got to meet the first family of Texas. Um, man, I got pinned down on the floor. I don't know, like, I'm really not, I'm too nice on the speaker floor. I let them keep bombarding me with questions. So I was on the speaker floor for like 3 hours and it calls finish. And as I'm getting on the bus, because the Austin Convention Center is too little on their parking space, as we're getting on the bus and we're going back to the other convention center where I'm parked, the bus doesn't move. And I'm like, man. And you don't notice for a while because you're just in your iPad and you're just kicking your feet up and trying to relax a little bit. And I realized there's a giant protest in front of me, like so Austin. Like you could not get more Austin than this powwow protest.
Right.
And they're literally having a powwow in each intersection going up Congress Avenue. And no permit for this one, and yet it's got full. I didn't know police had so much resource. They had the horseback officers, the ones on bikes. They had smart car officers, regular car officers.
Jeez.
It was the craziest thing I've seen. And I just take a look at the traffic and I was like, whatever, I can't even. And in my heels with my cell phone about to die, I walked all the way back to the convention center over a mile, got in my car, beat the bus by 5 minutes, and I'm just like in tears. I hate Austin. And I go to Chick-fil-A and somebody must have seen me crying in the car. Chick-fil-A is not a normal place to pay it forward. And they bought my food. And then I was like, oh, Austin.
Well, that's
moments.
yeah, that's exactly it. Again, um, it goes back to where the genesis of what this was all about. And U plus one is really a movement, a community of people that care about, care for, and want to support each other in achieving their dreams. And so, a lot of times people go, well, what does that mean? Well, it can mean a lot of things. But again, if you
bring that up,
if you just care, you know, so again,
is that YouTube?
Is that what?
What is this hosted on?
YouTube.
Is it?
I
don't
would
think
bet.
so. Uh-uh.
I would think that it is.
It's not. You can tell why there's no play button, there's no controls. We decide, do y'all have a YouTube channel?
We do.
There's you.
See, U plus one community. See, there it is. I told you it was on YouTube.
I know, but that's not the same one.
I think it is.
Is it?
I think it is.
That one. All right, so I'm going to come over here and specifically, oops.
Grab the share link.
Share link. That's the one that works. And then because I'm here, show a little love. Where's the heart button? Where's my heart button? Oh, it's the like button. Wrong social platform.
What?
Oh, I was looking for a heart button on YouTube. It's the wrong social
Oh,
platform.
yeah. Yeah, good point.
Set there. No automatically playing because I don't want Google to not like me. What do I want to break this
So
up?
Google doesn't like that?
Google doesn't like videos that play automatically. That is not their friend anymore.
Really?
They came out with it because, and I know there's a lot of like newspapers and stuff that like they don't like it. But have you ever been to like especially the news websites and all of a sudden there's a video playing and you didn't start a video and you can't even find the video?
Yes.
And you're just like, shush. That created a bad user experience. And so Google decided they're going to start pushing and suppressing those sites and not elevating them. And what was it? A year or more before they actually enacted it back in January, they let everybody know and that you could run your site through the new algorithm and see if you were in trouble. And it wasn't like, your website that was in trouble. It was mostly sites like major news sites, like the Forbes website made that list.
Wow.
And all the news sites were really angry because the change was basically almost forcing people into using Google AdWords to advertise on their platform. So they can't independently sell ads. And that's how Forbes and Wall Street Journal and the Dallas News and all these sites used to make their money, is by selling ads, right? It wasn't the penance, the 2 quarters you gave them for the newspaper. It was selling ads. And so now that nobody's reading a hard newspaper anymore, it's all digital and nobody wants to pay for it, they really can't sell ads. Because if you start adding pop-ups and videos, Google smacks your hand and says nope, because it's not user friendly. They're all about user friendly, but on the other side, this was what you get. All right, where did we go? Oh, I'm on wrong site. I need to go over here to this one. So thank you for joining the U+1 movement. The speaker hacks are on their way to your inbox. Check your spam box if you don't see them under the subject Delivery 101 speaker hacks. Let me give that quotation marks. And so I'm basically just making it as easy as possible for someone to find it.
And we want a different logo on that page. It's the U+1.
Oh.
2 minds, 1 heart.
Do I not have that one in? Or do I just keep on going back to the wrong one? There's one. Do I not have the other one in here? I thought we did.
You did.
Because we put it. Oh, you know what? I think that's in the brand section. Maybe it's not uploaded? Although it should be. Did I put it somewhere weird? You know what? Right here. I have it open. So either way,
I thought I saw it open before.
we're just going to add it. Doobie doobie doo. All right, now I can't see which one's which. This one. Probably should have named them better. There we go. Formatting though, does it have a lot of other, like a big blocky one? It's got all the space for it allocated. That's okay.
It's got a lot of space.
Yep.
So it's a 2550 by 2550, of which it's not quite exactly square itself. Yeah. It's just out of square.
That's okay. We're just going to make it work. Let's take off the minimum height. No margins. Okay. Move this over a little bit.
It's very cool.
We'll keep it big and we'll just bump this up. As I have some turntables over here, getting it to go to the right spot. This is the one downside of not the drag and drop. Okay, now it's going to be, thank you. for joining. Can I just take off one word? Oops. Thank you for joining the movement. I didn't even put an exclamation point in there today.
That's good.
I could see doing that a lot. Thanks for joining the movement. The speaker hacks are on the way to your inbox. We're going to make this bold.
Okay. Yes, I have been known to do that as well. That's why I know that it exists.
Let's see what color we have. That is not your color. Oh, a quick way to grab your color.
Purple or aqua?
I know, but I got to go find it. Save it. It's on the other page. I want to make sure I get the same one. Okay. Speaker hacks are on the way to your inbox. Check your spam box, blah, blah, blah. Go ahead. Okay. I like that better. We can make this a little bigger. And we are going to take away. Ooh. I'm going to take away this. All this. I don't even need that word. Do you want to make this one? We'll move this stuff up here. Go below. There we go. Take the gray box away. Leave that down there. This are still. Nope, that's got to change those up. Okay. Oh, I with the funnel. All those little things.
Yes, isn't that fun?
It's the details that make the difference, though, between a brilliant looking one and one that's like, eh.
Totally agree.
Take this purple. Flying purple people eaters. We'll make our button purple, everything purple. Oh, but this one it pops up. We had it saved. It's just for the text. Are you more of a purple guy or a teal guy?
I think purple's more readable. I actually like to alternate, but I'm not suggesting that that's the way it should be. I don't know that from a design thing. It's just, isn't it interesting that we all tend to like something a little bit different?
Oh, yes.
You know?
The teal, I agree. The teal can be a little hard to read on certain ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like we could probably get away with teal here. I'm just going to go ahead and stick with purple because for sake of getting it done and moving on to a part that fixes everything else up. Okay, do you need something else? Actually, we're not going to add them that. We're going to say join the movement. We're going to change back to black.
Look at you go.
On face. Oops. What is the benefit to them to joining the Facebook group?
There will be more free gifts, more things contributed by some of our affiliate relationships, things like that. Anytime you're starting something, you know, the point is we have the ability to write our ticket at this point, right? But it's interesting because we have people saying, well, can we give your crew this, or can we give you, you know, your tribe that? So for other free offers, other pieces of information.
Free gifts, giveaways, contest, and
savings. I mean, we could. Right.
What is like how would you say like the ability to be in the group with a bunch of experienced speakers?
Expertise, shared expertise.
Like shared expertise. Do you call it the movement or the tribe? I think we discussed that before.
We call it either. Well, we try. We talk about community. We talk about movement. We talk about tribe. So I think one of the reasons that we modified it is because you didn't want to say community twice in a row. So it
Yeah.
was community once, movement the second time.
Yep.
Um, it's an interesting question because what's more appropriate? People want to be in a community. There's no doubt about that.
I mean, people, you could argue the same thing though about like joining a movement.
Mm-hmm.
You could you could argue so many different directions for absolutely everything on the planet,
Right.
which is why we argue all the time, right?
Pretty much.
All right, so that's Facebook. That is the actual business page. And then we have the YouTube channel page. And Instagram. I'll make that one go away. Oop, I just added some. All right, and then we're going to go to the actual Facebook here. Because we set you up a group.
Yes, you did.
Group.
You did set up a group on Friday. That's the interesting. Again, I don't know that Facebook makes it very easy to find a lot of this stuff or set up a lot of this stuff. And I think there really needs to be almost a flow chart or a process of what should be set up.
I think the problem with it is that Facebook is infinitely changing.
Right.
And so they will create a process. I mean, they are pretty good about creating those processes, except then it changes. And they're going to constantly change it because they want to make it better. And they actually do. If you go on their like help page,
mm-hmm.
almost everything they have, I mean, it might not directly, it doesn't have a lot of the screenshots that we might sometimes be, looking for. But what it does have is links to everything. And those links don't change.
Got it.
All right, so that's going to open up. I'm going to go ahead and keep it in the same window. Join the community now. Let me go back to that picture of you and Sean. Oops. My foot is all tingly today. I managed to completely twist it while I just completely rolled it Friday afternoon in my office.
It's hard to do in the office.
I wish I had I was doing something like I could say, oh, I was jumping up and down or working out or moving. I mean, I was carrying a box, but I didn't hit anything. There were no potholes in my office that jumped out. I didn't step on anything. I just rolled it.
That's unique.
That's me. That's like everyone has their injury or their health issue. Mine are my ankles. I've rolled them all my life. Sean and Scott. How did this not end up purple?
Yeah.
There we go. Except I don't want it to say Kyvio. Let's say
co-founders.
Founders of
U+1.
I almost want to think of something funny. Co-founders and something of U Plus One, co-founders and chief happiness officers of
Yeah,
chief community officers. Chief,
sure. Humanitarian, but that's
I'll take
serious.
it. Yeah, humanitarian. I'm just trying to think of something a little different and outside of the box. Publish.
Chief good guys.
You know what? Better than chief old guys.
Hey,
All right, you know what we don't have? All right, looks good. Might want to create a YouTube thumbnail. We've got Sean, got interesting face from you there, and Sean's like,
yes, because he's so enthralled with what I was saying. That's my story. I'm sticking to
whatever works. And then let's go do the details.
it. That's one of those fun times sitting in front of a camera where you just start talking.
Oh, I understand.
And I think a lot of times people, same thing. It gets into the perfectionism thing, where they sit there and say, "I can't do a video. I can't do whatever." There are a lot of times where we just start a camera and start talking. In fact, we do that a fair amount because we never know. Sometimes when you're so scripted and so
It's just not the same.
no, it's not. I mean, it's interesting because a lot of times I'll come off stage and I'll have people say, "You're the funniest speaker I've ever heard." And I can assure you, there is really never a time I go on stage to be funny. It just happens. You know,
It's just magical that way.
no, but I mean it from a standpoint of when you're just in the moment and you are there having fun and working to do good things, it's just fun stuff happens, right?
I kind of like that background. I'm trying to decide.
It's kind of cool
Tile.
for the winter.
I don't like fit. So. Go here.
That's one of the things that it's actually the one thing that you get from doing 2000 events.
The one thing.
Well, there's more than one thing.
One of
But
the things.
one of the things that you get from doing 2000 events is how to communicate with people, and from a standpoint of it's never perfect. There's always something going on. You know,
Now let me
people
look
say,
at it.
yeah, it's a good look. People say, what's the strangest thing that's ever happened? Well, from a lady all smoked up on crack in the second row to four guys in the
Wait,
back
wait,
of
are
the
you
room.
serious?
Oh, heck yeah.
On crack? How do
On
you know
crack.
someone's on crack?
Oh, she was on crack. You just,
How do you know?
well,
These are things that non-crackheads don't know.
just the behavior and the whatever. But that's what I'm saying is people say, well, have you ever had anybody belligerent in a talk? Or, yeah, I've ejected people from the room.
I kind of
So,
like this downside, this space at the bottom like that.
yeah,
You've got your copyright, you've got your social. It just looks cooler though.
I like it. It's very cool.
Sorry, I interrupted your crack story.
No, I was talking to somebody over the weekend about about speaking and, what are the things, if you don't know how to handle certain things, it would truly derail you.
Oh gosh, yes.
But if you've had it happen, eh, it's just one of those things.
One of my favorites by all of all time is I got crash course education and speaking in the military. And for 6 months, we're taught Intel by teaching Intel. So we'll be given a subject and you have to give like a 5 minute, 10 minute, 30 minute presentation on it. And that's how we were taught. And it's also how we learned, a bunch of nerds learned how to get up on stage and speak. And four of us went from tech school, well, actually from basic to tech school all the way to our last base, our first base, which was unique. And we're there, and one of the girls that came with me, she's like, I don't even think she's 5'5". I'm sorry, 5'0". Just short little cute thing, just adorable. But when she speaks, she would script every single word out. Like she'd have 7 pages every time she gave any kind of presentation. And she would just have her slides and she'd read every single word. And if you ever want to know why that's a bad thing, this is that story. Pilots are a little bit special. They're a little extra in the words of my daughter. And she's up there and they decided because this pilot was leaving the base that they would slide in a nude image to make all the other pilots laugh. Now, we'll get over the fact of how incredibly inappropriate it is to make her have that in her presentation, but she did. Well, then they found out it was going to be all upper level generals and colonels. And that's like a big no-no. You get like in total trouble. So they took it out. But this was back in the day when you saved your presentation on a CD. And
Oh,
when they
geez.
saved it, it was not a rewritable CD. So instead of saving as a new file, they tried to just push save, and the computer did not say, hey, dummy, it's not rewritable. And so she got up there and she's just talking, and everyone's laughing their butts off. And
I
she goes
bet.
to finally look up, and there's the nudie slide as she's talking about something super serious. And she panics and she goes to hit the forward button, but the computer is slow. And so she hits it a whole bunch of times. It flies forward too far, so she has to go back. Guess what slide she ends up on?
Same one.
She does that 4 times. And I was just like, Villa Luna, you cannot just read from the slide. Like, you've got to pay attention.
Exactly.
I was like, those pilots are going to eat you alive. But everyone's got a style, but you have to be able to roll with the punches. And after that, she got so much better. And she was giving a presentation about like the weapons coming off an aircraft. And just, again, this little bitty cute little girl just looked up at the crowd and she's like, talking about those guns. And she's like, not to be confused with these guns. Yay, you're rolling with it. Important
Awesome.
things when you're on stage.
It's exactly it. That's why the speaker hacks. Actually, Sean and I were talking about over the weekend as well. You had said, take speaker hacks and do a video with it or videos with it. So we're going to do that. But that's actually the fun of it. Is at some point you've done so many presentations that you do just tend to roll with it, and you learn to take the expressions and everything from the audience and capitalize on them, work with them.
Mike Archie, he actually specifically asked everybody in the audience to not take notes during this presentation so he can see their eyes and react to them.
Yep.
We have 2 pages.
Nice.
And they are turned on.
And I cannot wait to get that PDF.
Landing page, opt-in page. Let's call it something different. Speaker hacks. I try not to capitalize anything after the slash because unlike this side, every capitalization matters.
Yep.
And goal tracking, we are tracking leads. And it's going to go to the thank you page. All right, and I do want to check to make sure the page settings inside of here are correct. Welcome to U+1, and give it a social networking image since we uploaded one. I went ahead and added a folder for social. Just drag and drop whatever social images you happen to make for U+1, but then you can turn around and use those easily on your pages as well.
Okay.
Our social images tend to be gorgeous, right? Alrighty, so that part is finito. For that part anyway. And then U+1, put it active, yep, active posted. Now I want to make sure they get it. Take your time, active campaign, take your time.
That would be good.
I think we went past trials. It's not letting me in.
I don't recall it sending me anything, but.
And since you haven't sent any emails, Active Campaign's really cool about extending your trial too. I will, let's see what we can do. We're actually on the thank you page then. We'll still want to send them emails, but again, overcoming issues, right?
Right.
Thanks for joining the movement. The speaker hacks can be downloaded by clicking the button below. Hi there, Randy. So we are going to pivot here.
Okay. Putting in a button.
We're going to put in a button, let them download directly. Now, I feel like you tend to lose, people might give a wrong email. But again, having something is better than nothing. So something happened and we're just going to pivot. We're going to make these black because I want the button to be purple. Make the button wider. Oh, that's font size. This is what happens when you don't pay attention. Get the 101 speaker hacks. Let's take that and make that a lowercase. Speaker hacks now. Okay, and then that's not Kyvio. The only thing is I'm going to need an image. So I'm going to save this. I'm going to go over here to your media. Download speaker hacks. I like doing like the baby shark.
Yeah.
Have you seen that yet?
No.
All the little kids watch it on YouTube. Baby shark doo 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 doo. Baby shark doo 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 doo.
Okay.
There was some kid too, was like a teenager, and you think he's about to like do some super serious song, and he's like all like he's in the mood to do some of those boy band songs, and all of a sudden he goes into like Baby Shark. Things you know more when you have like a bunch of kids on YouTube learning the Fortnite dances. I don't even know what Fortnite is besides a video game.
Is it a video game?
It's a video game and they don't even play it, but they watch YouTube. And the dances the characters do in between sets, I guess, have become the dance of a generation.
That's wild.
Still a big file. I wonder if there's a way to condense it. Condensing files is not my forte, obviously, after the last time. Why can I not? It's still loading. There we go. Come on, you can do it. It's waiting. So what do you have planned for the rest of the week?
Oh, getting ready for a nice event at the Hilton Anatole this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Nice.
Thousands of salespeople coming, be talking to them. Got, gosh, just a ton of stuff. That's actually what I put on my Facebook post very early this morning. A lot of activities moving U+1 forward. We've got just some exciting things going on.
Good. It's not like in this file of how big it is. Let's see if I can condense a PDF online. And go. Reduce your PDF online for free. Use file. Hit buttons. Oh, it just works. The magic red line just goes.
That's good.
Look at this. Somebody advertised with Google AdWords, and they just get their advertisement now on our video.
How'd they do that?
Well, Google AdWords. That's you can tell right here by the corner.
Yeah.
There's a little triangle. That would be Google AdWords. Almost done. I must feel like I should work from my new apartment now that I have 1,000 megabytes up and down, I believe is what they said.
That's pretty awesome.
90, okay, here we go. 4.5 megabytes. Yeah, let me download that file and try it. With that jumping so fast. Go over here back to our funnels. This is actually more of a U+1 opt-in funnel. And then we're going to take that one, go up to edit current site while this is waiting. Oh, we've already got it. Look at that. Just needed to be condensed.
Nice.
We are going to change the site logo to the right one. This one. Use image as logo. Favicon. We'll use the same one. You know what a favicon is?
I do not. What is it?
A favicon is, let me go over here. If I go to right here. So this is in Safari, my favorite, most frequently visited sites. The favicon is the image that shows up here and also briefly up in here in the corner. If I reload this, does that one have one? It normally shows up there. I know Kyvio has one. Sometimes it shows up here, but the big one is when it shows up on your favorite sites and stuff. So front page, landing page, and if something goes wrong, still landing page.
Nice.
No, we use cookies to ensure we give you the best experience. We're going to show for European. Actually, where do you advertise at? Mostly US?
Advertise.
Or who are you mostly talking to? US people?
Well, for the most part.
We're going to turn that off for now. Save site settings. Becomes a cookie policy. So we have image, sitemap, front page, opt-in page. Cool. Go back to the funnel. Let's grab this link. We will be done. So there's no emails because we hit an issue. But instead of complaining that there's an issue, we are going to turn around and just make it work.
Got it.
Leave that one there. So there we go. Actually, you know what? I do want this one to open up in a new page because we might add an offer down here eventually, and I want them to stay on that page. So literally done. The only thing that would be a nicety, like right now with no active campaign, no email autoresponder, nothing,
Right.
you can add people. They will not get an immediate email, which is not cool, but it's better than having no leads at all. At least this way you're going to start getting leads, and you'll have their information so you can send broadcast
Right.
and get going, which for every single person on the planet in business is better than absolutely nothing.
Perfect. Well, it's just obviously haven't put the accounts together, but we'll get that done.
Right, there's always like a little trip. When you have new accounts, you got to get in the program, you have to learn the program, you have to set the program up.
Right.
Your trial expires, you have to make sure that happens, and that's the same with Kyvio. We got a little notification, active campaign, they're both 14 days. Scott has obviously hit his 14 days, but he has where he can get opt-ins right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we've spent 3 hours on it. We spent 3 days on yours?
2.5 probably. I mean,
yeah.
not full 3.
And one of those was all Design Pickle ordering
right.
a lead magnet and waiting for it. So that one's hard, but you could do your own. It could be a Word doc. It could be saved in Google Docs.
And you did send me that?
Oh, let me make sure you get that. You can opt in for your own.
Just send it to me.
Work for it. Where's Scott?
It's awesome.
This is the smaller compressed file too.
Perfect.
Perfect. It worked. There it goes. All right, so that is on its way.
All right.
And now you have your beautiful page. And I think when I display everybody's, I will put all the videos that they were worked on all in one section, so people can see all the way through what it takes to build a funnel.
Mm-hmm. That's a great idea.
That's a really basic, like this is better than any, 5-page website talking about a bunch of stuff, because it's actually going to get you people's information.
Right.
Speaker coaches and trainers, make more money with your speaker hacks. I've got 3 testimonials, reach expertise opportunity. Everything is connected. Boom. And the nice part about this is you can turn around on LinkedIn. I'm going to copy this page. LinkedIn. I'm going to send a message to you because you're you. Scott. We're going to pretend like I don't know you yet, or I have a connection with you, but you don't know about U+1. Again, nobody woke up this morning saying, I'd like more information about U+1. But you can, on LinkedIn, look at people who are speakers, coaches, or trainers and say, hey, Sean and I. Is that the right I? Yeah. Sean and I put together a comprehensive list of the 101 speaker hacks we have learned over the last combined. How many years have you been doing this?
Phew, lots. Between us? You talking speaking?
Total
or
between you two.
Jeez. 30.
Combined
Maybe
30.
30 plus.
30 plus. Wink, wink. 30 plus years we have been speaking. So this word speaking, I would change based on if you're talking about a coach or a trainer. So I'd be like 101 speaker hacks in the years that we have been training, in the years that we have been coaching, in the years that we have been speaking, right? So that's the one that I would make unique. You could also say, hey, Scott. So personalize that portion of it. Hey, Scott. So it's not complete copy paste. I see that you're a speaker. I see that. I know that because you're connected, I know that you are a speaker and would value the information. Scott and I put together a comprehensive list of the 101 speaker hacks we have learned over the last combined 30 plus years we have been speaking.
Nice.
Interested? Get it here. That's simple.
Very cool.
And so I'm like, you can actually use that kind of framework right there. And then, of course, you can automate that kind of stuff against terms of service. But, you know, it helps. Yeah. There's a couple different platforms out there. This one being the most cost effective. Do they even let you know what the pricing is? That's so funny. They took the ability to easy find pricing. That's okay. I already know the URL. That's not where pricing. Where do you think you're going? Really? They took it away? They took my hack away.
Leonard for LinkedIn?
Meet Leonard. Yeah, just the pricing page. Trying to get people to go ahead and just download it before they see pricing. That's so funny.
Actually, that's something a lot of them are doing now.
They want to show you the value before they show you the price. But you get the idea, so you can go on there, take what we've just done, and completely automate it to LinkedIn. And with an enterprise account on Meet Leonard and a sales navigator account on LinkedIn, you can do 500 messages a day, 200 invites with that link. So I always recommend doing the invites first, and then your messages, and then put like some kind of limit so you don't message people over and over and over again. So every like 14 days or something of that nature, depending on how often they're okay with getting it. But you can sit there and do that, and because you can speak to speakers all over the globe, you can be launching that every single day to new people and providing value all the time inside of LinkedIn. You can do the same thing sort of on Facebook.
I like it. So Leonard for LinkedIn.
Meet Leonard. Literally Meet Leonard. And got Randy over here laughing at me.
All right.
Oh, you have me on Facebook. He's watching us on Facebook while
Yes. He is the one reaction. He's given us a thumbs up. We have one thumbs up.
That's okay. I will work on that this week. I'm going to Austin tonight, so
I'm probably the only one watching it.
Oh. All right, guys. That is 10:02, but you are ready to get opt-ins.
Awesome.
And if you will update and make sure your payment stuff is on Kyvio and Active Campaign correctly, we'll get Active Campaign set up.
Sounds good.
All right, bye.
Have a great day. Bye-bye.